In this video, I am starting out Adventures level 6, and I am trying to grind to level 22 before the season ends. Note that this was recorded in the HEXSYLVANIA season in 2024. I am saying that because I have only gotten around to editing this video in the next season of Frozen Fjords of 2024/2025. This video took a while to make because, well, let's just talk about what's going on. We got an update right around the time this video was recorded. You should definitely check out this video if you have no idea what's going on, and that will be linked to a playlist full of Save the World updates and news. So if you're watching this in the long off future, you can stay up to date with all the Save the World updates, including stuff that hasn't even happened yet as of recording this. Because of that update, I had so many videos to make. I had to cover the flame bow twice. I had to cover the new hero Snow Strike. I had to go do some Titan hunting. I had to do some Titan hunting with Cypher PK. Link to all those videos down below. And everything you're seeing today was recorded within 2 days of the end of the season. So I had to grind. Had to get Chaos Agent. Link to those videos down below. I had to get Ventures level 22 before the season ended. Then I needed to prepare for the new season. And I had a vacation trip to Florida planned 2 days after the season started. So yeah, it's taken a few weeks for me to start this video. That's why you're seeing last season's Ventures grind, but I still think it's really, really fun because this was a journey. This is realistic to how it is for a new player. If you are just playing Save the World for the first time ever, and you see the yearly content timeline that's linked down below in every video, and you see that your season is ending and you need to go quick, this is what it's like. We are running through Ventures, we are going quick, we're playing as a team. I'm trying not to get carried, but I am letting somewhat higher level players play with me because when you're 2 days away from the end of the season, finding people that are willing to play with you that are still super low level in Ventures is really, really rare. And while I don't like a level 60 or 80 in my lobby, I got to make that compromise somewhere. And I did always try to queue missions where I would at least be able to kill enemies in the game so that I wasn't getting extremely hard carried. And that experience is something that I want to share with you guys because I feel like that's what a lot of people go through. And I think it was really, really fun. Getting to level 22 is really, really important because, well, let's just look at the rewards for season 22, which is what I was recording here. When you get to level 13, you get your very first weapon voucher. That is a huge deal. Getting an event weapon early is a big deal. You can save a lot of time that way and get some awesome stuff early. Getting a hero voucher, in my case, I think is a better deal. We will be unlocking that in today's video. You will see who I get and I will explain everything later, but that is something I want to get very bad. And 22 is important because Legendary Flux, in my opinion, is as useful or better than vouchers. You get some of the best heroes and weapons in the entire game with Legendary Flux, and I want it. So I didn't just want to stop at 20 when I got that voucher, but I wanted to go to 22 to get that second set of 100 Legendary Flux for 200 total from the season. And of course, the Corey perk is a nice pickup in there. It's not exactly what I was after, but I'm definitely happy to have it. And everything after 22 is just normal rewards and superchargers. I will consider this noob account journey as complete once I'm level 130 and I've done the MSK and 164 players. None of that requires superchargers. So by the time I'm actually able to even spend superchargers, maybe I'll get weapons sooner than I realize and heroes. But I feel like by the time I'll be able to spend them, I won't even be really running this account anymore. In fact, if I even have 130 weapons that I can supercharge, it's not really a noob account anymore, is it? So for those reasons, I felt like 22 was the perfect stopping point for every Venture season. And Ventures level 22 isn't even that hard to obtain. That was true even before the update I mentioned in the beginning that sped up Ventures to cost 1.9 million XP to hit level 50 instead of 2.3. So that doesn't affect the early game too much, but it will make that level 22 grind just a little bit easier, and I'm not complaining. All right, now that we know why this video took so long, what I'm doing here, and what I'm hoping to accomplish in today's video, check out this glitch where I spawned under the map. All right, so we obviously need to explore this. Anytime somebody spawns underneath the map, it is adventure time. Those are the rules of Fortnite. I don't know why it spawned me in a box, but this is where we are now, and this is where I shall live. I am an under-map dweller. Let's see. So we got some underground caves that are visible. Okay. We got some walls stretching down to the bottom. We've got the underside of my builds from earlier. Can I actually go? No, I actually can't get back up. So we have the underside of one of these basements. I'm going to use wood because that should be the most plentiful resource around here. Oh, it fades in to block my view. Can we go down? How far can we go down? I don't know. Obviously, this is a safe height, given this is where the map is. I don't want to find the part of the game where I die, but it's so weird being on the outside. There's like sand and dirt. Okay, and then you can see the underside of all the houses. It's not quite like, you know, a god mode or anything, but you know, we got an underground catacombs, right? Is this one of those? Or is this a cave? I don't know what everything's called, but you know what I mean. Uh-oh, we're losing health. Maybe my teammates actually need me. No, this is more important. Let's see if we can go up here now, huh? Yeah, like a nice little... Look at that. This is like a slope, I believe. And that's where we're seeing now. Huh. Yeah, you know, honestly, this probably isn't like completely new to a lot of people. There have been under map glitches a lot in this game, and I didn't even do anything. They just respawned me under the map, so I'm taking full advantage of this. Can I jump on this? I can. Wow. The map itself is supporting me. Health bar really low. We are barely surviving this mission, but we did have a successful defense. Thank you, Eoin, for taking care of that for us, but I think that concludes our under map time. Good work, team. You're welcome for the carry. Some extra context for this. Eoin, pronounced Owen, I found out in a later stream, was actually the carry for our game. He was putting down an atlas and making sure we didn't lose. He ran over to try and join me, and that's why we almost failed the mission. Grinding through ventures is, well, a grind. So from now on, I'm going to be skipping over anything that wasn't terribly interesting. Just rest assured, I am playing ventures. I am killing enemies. I'm trying to keep the missions at a level where I can at least participate, and that's it. If you ever want to see these live and hang out with me, you can check out my Twitch link down below. Would I make it to low 17 by the end of the season? Easily. I'm going for 22, and I'm only ventures level 7. What is happening? He said started. He has the blue glow, and he doesn't know it. Look at that. He doesn't know he has the blue glow. We're all waiting for him to start. Everybody's waiting on him. He doesn't realize he has the blue glow. Oh my god. Oh, stream delay. Stream delay caught up. He's here now. He's like, oh shit. Oh my god, I had no idea. Look at him. He's panicking out of embarrassment. He broke the floor. He built it. He broke it again. Now he's editing. He got through the door. And the mission begins. Ha! Woo! We got it! Yeah! The rest of that mission was a great success. Owen was honestly a great host. He was the highest level player in the lobby, and without his help, we could not have queued these missions as high as we did. Thank you so much to his help. I'm just teasing him in the video here because it was just a funny moment. Ventures level 8 achieved. 250 gold in my pockets. Let's see, what do we have to do next? Eliminate, collect, and destroy the encampments in a 23 plus. Okay. I like this kind of mission type, you know, it's perfect. We're right at the level where I'm still useful, so I don't feel like I'm getting hard carried. But eliminate and collect is a fixed 10-minute timer, which means I can just kind of run around, loot stuff, and so long as we kill enough enemies to technically pass the mission and collect those anomalies, we should be good. So yeah, it's kind of nice. It's a nice mix of farming and gaming. Gaming. Playing Battle Breakers, a game that no longer exists. Battle Breaker nowadays is like a save the world game. It's something that they almost feel like they invented for Save the World, even though it really was a real game that people did play. And now it's just a relic of the past because it failed. It must have been too expensive for them to keep running, and now it's just a thing that lives on in Save the World because we have heroes associated to it. By the way, what kind of weapons do I need to be using? Pistols or SMGs? Okay. Well, here's a pistol. The very Vindertech burster that I got in the beginning. And I have Beetle Jess in support, so anytime I crit, it'll actually be doing damage. You know, it wasn't my goal, but we do have Akuna Matata. Okay. Maybe I should actually use him. Is this my new main hero instead of Fireflower? Also, Ventures level, I think that must have been 9. Oh, and I have an upgrade point to spend. Wow. I guess I knew this, but Ventures is a really useful... Look, I'm remembering to move my overlay out of the way. Yeah. Yeah! We have drones! We have drone! We have one drone! Finally! I've been waiting for it! Oh, this is so much more of an upgrade than I thought. Okay, we now have hover turret, yes. And we have an Outlander. That's actually a commander. And I feel like Seismic Smash... stunning and impacting enemies could be useful. I mean, Fireflower hasn't really been that useful. She's been kind of useful. So, you know, I would use both if I could. But, yeah, we're gonna upgrade to a legendary hero. And can I upgrade him at all? I mean, it's gonna be a lot of my XP, but I mean, that goes a long way at this level, so I'm kind of taking it. And the rest is stuck until Plankerton. So, okay, a bit more of an account upgrade than I had expected, and I'm over the limit on the armory. So the way to upgrade the armory, other than just leveling up normally, is buying it. Wait, can you? Yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't think that's worth it. I'll get more and I'll trim out my schematics for the collection book soon enough. But now that I'm actually over here, let's finally get the most important weapon I've been wanting to get, which is the Spectral Blade. So yeah, if you are surprised by that fake out for some reason, link to one of my recent videos where I explained very thoroughly why I am not going to be using the Discharger this season, or on this account. I mean, it's just too strong, but I get way more into it there. So let's actually trim this out. Since we're here and we're talking, let's do this. Let's do collection book indicator and let's sort by name so I can see duplicates. And let me say the same thing I say every time. Do not do as I do. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know the weapons that I am going to use for this series. I know what's going to be good and what's not going to be good in the end game. If you're a new player, you should not recycle anything until you want to try it out. I am going to be getting rid of good weapons that I know are good, but I just want variety, and for my own interests, I know that I'm not going to be using certain stuff, like the gas trap. I probably won't be trapping with this until I have a higher rarity schematic anyway, and I have a legendary sealing electric field, so if I'm going to be using any sealing trap, it's gonna be that, and I'll probably be looting that down the line anyway. Oh boy, I actually intended to keep the entire section of me recycling weapons and heroes and survivors and defenders because I thought it would be really educational for the new players out there. However, that went on for 5.5 minutes, and even for the newbies, I felt like it was not that helpful. So I'm gonna do something I don't often do. I feel like the last time I did this was that tutorial for a cow farm I made in Minecraft 7 years ago. I am going to be rendering out that entire like 6 to 7 minute chunk of me going through my entire inventory, because if you are a day one player and you have no idea what is going on in this game and you're really scared about recycling stuff, but your inventory is full like mine, I feel like that entire section could be really useful. Just sitting down with an experienced player who's going through their inventory and trying to avoid mistakes, I feel like that could be very beneficial and very nice. So I'm going to have that unlisted just in the description of this video for those who want it. But for the sake of this video, here's what I recycled for my primary weapons. These are the ones that I got rid of. It is notable that the vacuum tube sword is getting recycled. That's because my copy doesn't have the chain lightning perk, which makes that weapon fantastic. And slowed and snared is just not doing it, and it is a pretty common weapon. Vacuum tube swords are available in regular missions every single day. I cover them in my daily series, so I know what I'm talking about. It's not an extremely rare weapon, so while it is tough to get rid of my soul copy, I will see it again, so it'll all be okay in the end. As for survivors, I was being really nervous about recycling even gray copies, because at this point I had struggled to even get 56 survivors that I would eventually need to fill out my squads. However, I get plenty of survivors from Fortnitemares llamas and regular missions, and you can get rid of all the way up to blue survivors pretty comfortably, I think. In fact, it even takes a while to unlock your squads if you're not focusing on the main quest, so I can't even use a lot of the survivors that I'm saving. So while I'm in my inventory worrying about filling up the collection book and saving some of these survivors, I really didn't need to be as careful as I was. As for heroes, I'm just getting rid of duplicates and different abilities that I know aren't specifically useful. Again, the unlisted video is going to be a lot more thorough than I'm going to be here today, but just note that I'm only getting rid of heroes that I definitely know I am absolutely not going to use, or I already have multiple copies. Defenders I'm getting rid of because they're just not that needed. They are nice to have, and if you're just looting weapons from glowing animals and mini games like target practice and storm chests, then you can just hand those freebie weapons off to the defender, but it's still using resources that you could be using yourself, and low level defenders aren't that important. It's not really a part of my playstyle. You could use them yourself and maybe find some success, but it's just not part of my playstyle, so I'm happy to get rid of every single defender without a second thought. So that's a quick summary of everything I recycled and why. It was very weird using a different commander, and especially this guy. I have not used the Seismic Smash hero in a very long time. His perk always confused me because Seismic Smash does really good damage, and it already has pretty decent impact, but a lot of times you want to use Ragnarok, where it goes out and comes back, but if your Seismic Smash is going to be hitting twice, then having a higher impact and knockback means you're pushing enemies out of the way so they don't get hit again. So it's actually detrimental to have a hero that knocks them out of the way. So even when I'm using Seismic Smash, I don't use the Hakuna Matata character. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. So yeah, it was fun to run with him in this Ventures game, but I was mostly just chasing my teammates. They were flexing on me with their fancy hoverboards, and I couldn't keep up because I didn't have that, and I didn't even have directional pads, and I was the lowest level player anyway, so they just did a lot of the encampments while I tried to help, but mostly ended up just looking pretty. Ventures level 10 achieved? We have a legendary Troll Stash Llama, which honestly, I kind of want to open right away. Oh, I did not check my extra tickets for this one. Oh, and I didn't do my research. I have no habit formed for this. I used to grab my research. Oh, I just grabbed Fortitude on accident. That's fine. Fortitude is a little bit useful. And then we get the, wow, offense just went up and up and up. Did that increase my power level at all? Probably not. But yeah, that should be the first thing I grab every single session. I hadn't even thought about it. And it gave me an upgrade point. So that can go towards I guess nothing of use. I mean, backpack, storm shield vault. No, I think I'll just hang on to this for now because I want to upgrade the stuff I'm going to actually be using. And then the other thing I wanted to do was, of course, grabbing that llama. So I have one troll stash llama I can crack open right now. Maybe this will give me that vacuum tube bow or vacuum tube sword that I got rid of. Bow would be good too. I'm not trying to crutch on overpowered weapons, but it's so fun. I'm happy to have it. And it was a legendary survivor. Okay, that's useful in its own right. And 3 purples plus some candy. I can open a couple 4 Nightmares llamas later, but let's go put that survivor to use. Do we have any matching personalities? I feel like it's not going to matter too much. She's not matching, and I'm not really that worried about the shield, so we could just put her in there for now. And is there anything matching over here that would matter? No. Autofill would do a lot of this on its own, but yeah, didn't quite push me to level 8, but I'll take it. All right. All right, my next quest is in 46 plus zones, and these missions are really easy. So my rule of wanting to be useful still kind of applies, but there is no build a radar in here anyway. So I am going to queue one reasonably way over leveled mission 58, and then we'll just scale back down to the lower power level missions when I get back to combat. This might be the most intense anomaly I've ever done. These enemies are going to kill me so easily, and I can barely fight back. But I really wanted, I don't know, probably the resources from it. Anomalies are really good for that. I know we don't need blue glow in this zone, but I might have had a quest for collecting blue glow. It was something important, I'm sure. But I am specifically angling my builds to block the blaster, trying to stay out of the way. I have to run into the storm just to grab the nuts and bolts. That must have been like 40. I'm digging it. I'm dodging the pitcher. I'm moving out of the way, dodging him again, grabbing the blue glow, sliding. I'm trying to get out of here as fast as I can so I don't get killed, and then this happens. Oh, come on! I was playing like a ninja to avoid them, and then I die at the last second. So they gave up on this one, but I'm coming back at it with a second try. There we go, we got it. Okay, I cut myself off because I thought I missed it. But we got it! We got it. It's like a puzzle to solve. It's not always solvable, but sometimes you can save it. Look at all that gold. 777. I'm feeling lucky. Also, I should be up a Ventures level. Is it gonna? No? Okay, well, I skipped the animation, but I am now Ventures level 11. Halfway there. Not literally, but halfway there. Oh, I can expand my support team, which means I could use Fire Flower if I had phase shift. Okay, so I need to decide something. I like the idea of using a new hero and all that, but I really think Fire Flower was kind of useful. That said, though, Dragon Slash, I mean, the energy cost is pointless, and I really like the mobility. So I think Fire Flower wins in the end. So who's a hero in support that would actually... Hey, yeah! We could put Survivalists back into the fold. I mean, sure, now I get to move quicker, heal a bit, do some more damage with some weapons, and mine faster. It's not ideal, but I'll take what I can get. And that was all the time I had on the day of recording. So, this video is over, but I don't actually want to leave you on a cliffhanger. For those of you who made it to the end, I will tell you that I do, in fact, unlock the hero voucher. I had about 5 hours left in the season, and I was sweating on the Wednesday stream, but I did make it. However, who I voucher is going to shock you. It's probably not your first guess, and it's probably not your second, but you'll have to wait for that next video. I wanted to put that in its own video because this was going to be a 32-minute video, and I figured spending my voucher was a topic that was more interesting than the grind leading up to it. So for those of you who watch this, I really do appreciate it, especially after the HEXSYLVANIA season was already over. I already explained in the intro why this was so delayed, but I still wanted to share the story because I thought it was fun. However, I don't know how many people want to watch the actual grind part. I'm sure plenty of you are more interested in how I actually spend that voucher, which we'll be covering in the next video along with the flux. So thank you guys again for watching. Subscribe if you're new, like the video. Members probably already watched this video long before it went live. Yes, you get to see my scheduled videos early if you are a member on the channel. So if you guys want to support me with $5 a month, you can do so. Otherwise, if you don't, that's fine. All of my videos will be free to view eventually, so there's no big deal. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a good rest of your day. And then